morning. We're so glad you're watching 3+U. We're laughing already. Part of us are back. We've added a new one. If you watched the show back in, when was it, November?
Yes.
Yes. We got together, had kind of like a ladies who lunch, but not really, kind of an hour for you. Tish Gailmard, Michaela Bumgarner were part of that. Chastity Lane, who couldn't make it today. So this morning we roped in Eliza Jones, who I work with here at the television station. Good to see you all three.
Thank you.
We were kind of laughing, at least I'm laughing, because we've come into this hour spent. We have been trying to say, do we even have any brain cells left from the holiday season? I think I have one.
Or energy.
Or energy.
Yeah, I might be in the negative.
Yeah. Are you rested?
I think I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
I think it's like the build up for Christmas. Like you have to do so many preparation and traveling and cooking and family, and at the end you're like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
And then you survived it.
Yes, yeah.
So this time of year, I mean, we're assuming as we talk that y'all are kind of all in the same boat as we sit around talking this morning. But this is kind of this week, I hold it very, very tight, that week between Christmas and New Year's. I'm cleaning. I'm lingering in pajamas typically.
Love it.
I'm not doing much. The robe.
The robe.
Do you kind of hold these days tight?
I find that I will overextend myself.
Now? Even this week you're going to overextend yourself?
I just, all through this month of December, so my brain forgets it's December and everything else is going on. I'll overextend myself, which is on me. So I get that. But here's the thing. I don't do anything for me during that time, and then I'm irritated at the end of the season because I feel like I haven't done anything for myself, or that nobody else is paying attention.
Yeah.
When nobody else matters, I have to take that time for me, or what my little girl inside needs.
Yeah.
Talking about therapy.
Michaela came into my office today. Tish was on her way here. You were upstairs working, and Michaela and I have been friends for 20 years. So she sat down and we began talking about how we had both kind of been frazzled during the season. And I began to say something about, but mine was really no big deal. It was just this and this. And she put her therapist hat on. And what did you say to
Can't
me?
help it.
Can I mirror you? Is
I
that what
said,
you
can I mirror something for you?
And what does that mean? I mean, I figured it out.
I'm listening to you speak the whole time, and I'm hearing things that I learned through my own therapy, what it means when you say certain things. So when you say stuff like, this really isn't a big deal, or I'm sure other people have been through it more than I have, or something along those lines, then I hear you minimizing the things you're going through, because whatever it is that you're going through, your reality is your perception. So whatever it is that you're going through is a big deal.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
You can't compare it to other people.
That's fair to say. Last time we talked, Tish and I kind of got off, we all did, on what it is to grow up Southern as a woman. Maybe some of it is that.
That's rolling in my head while Michaela's talking. Yeah, because I think we are meant to, we just got to keep moving, and you just squelch all that. But I think eventually it catches up with you. Yeah. So if you can learn to deal with it as it comes, it's probably better. But I think that's really hard. Not only as a Southern woman, but as a mom and a wife and a grandmother and all your other jobs.
All your other hats.
Yeah, that's why we pulled you in, Eliza.
Yeah.
Because you're going to make us feel young again.
You didn't realize that you were going to get that job.
I really appreciate my children's perspective. My kids are all in their late 20s and early to mid 30s, and I just really appreciate that perspective.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting to learn, what you're facing and what's great and what's not great and all of that.
Yeah, I think people in their 20s, we're still trying to figure it out, and I'm really trying to pay attention to like my aunt and my uncle, like how they go about their family and like paying attention to things. So when in a couple years when I have my own family, I can kind of take the traditions and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to figure everything out.
My girls are in their 20s, and we've said this before, I think even among ourselves, but that is such a hard time. Think back to when you were in your 20s. Okay, maybe you were married, maybe you had a house. That might be a little bit different than some of the 20-somethings now, but you still did not know anything. And it's like you were playing pretend because you thought you had to know things you couldn't possibly know.
Yeah, I always felt like you kind of had to put on this facade of, I got all this together.
Yeah.
But you're learning. I mean, we all are still learning. I was talking to somebody the other day that even when you get to the age we all are now, we thought life would be kind of cruise control, but it almost gets more difficult.
Yeah.
And
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Trust me, even at 50, I still don't know what's happening.
Yeah, because
You
we
know?
constantly hear like as soon you'll just be 30 and you'll be, you'll figure it out.
Right.
But it seems like you're
Anytime
still
you
learning.
think you haven't figured it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, anytime you think you have it figured out,
Yeah.
something else comes along.
something's going to whack you in the head.
And you go, I really don't have anything figured out.
Yeah. So I am so in the category of I don't have anything figured out that it was this morning when I knew we were talking that I thought, oh, golly, we're going to get on the air and talk today about this stuff. And I didn't even have anything in my brain. Like to bring to it from a producing standpoint to think, okay, what are some topics? I'll tell you, I mean, obviously we're heading into the new year, so we'll talk how we approach that. But my number one thing, I think, for right now is simplify, simplify.
Yeah.
Are y'all feeling that?
I'm about to.
And I think for me, I have a dear friend who says, if it's not a heck yeah, it's a hard no.
That's really great.
That's a good one.
So I think about that all the time. Obviously, we have to do some things, whether we want to or not. But when you have choices, if it's oh yeah, definitely I want to do that, then do it. But if it's not, pass it.
Okay, let's catch a commercial and let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is New Year's. How do we approach it? Do we make resolutions? Do we hate resolutions? All the things. Y'all snuggle up in your pajamas. We're going to keep laughing.
We're going to put ours on.
I wish. In a minute. Okay, we're back, giggling again. Let's talk New Year's resolutions. Do y'all do them?
No way. Never.
Do you? Okay, I guess there's a difference between writing it down. In 2026, my New Year's resolution will be, but do you just kind of have like a mental clarity or a reset or anything? You just go with it.
I'm just chugging away. Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking, here's another year. Let's
Yeah.
make it as good as we can.
Julie, who wakes up writing lists,
Oh, that's true, I do.
I
I have
make lists
today's
too.
right there.
when she asked you that question and you said, no, and she said, I don't do it either.
You don't do them either?
I don't do it. You know why? I don't want to fail. Okay, so let's just not even do it.
I think that's part of why I don't do it.
I'm doing them all year long. I'm just constantly getting better.
Well, and I'm a list maker. That's a good approach. That's a great way to look at it.
You know, I'm doing
All
what I
year.
can to be a better person every day.
What
Yeah.
do you do?
I'd say I would like to have an idea of what I kind of want to do for the year, but I can't say I always finish it, like I complete it. Because I feel like a lot of younger people are told you need to have a New Year's resolution, eat healthier, save more money, when you're older, but not a lot of people complete it. But I think for younger generations, we're kind of told you kind of need a New Year's resolution.
It was the same.
But it's kind of hard with the failing part because it's like, oh, I don't really want to try, and then you can't complete it, and then it's the next new year, and you're like, what did you do to complete?
Well, there's a reason
But,
gym
yeah.
memberships go up significantly
Yes.
January 1.
Yeah, and then by February, March, you stop.
You go into the classes, they're cleared
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
You know.
So, okay, I mean, maybe back in the day I would do I'm going to eat healthier. I don't do that. Mine this year is an add-in. So my New Year's resolution this year, if you want to call it that, though, I want to be more intentional for myself in 2026. So if you consider that a resolution, then I guess that's what it is. But I am going to try to put away some
great
of I live in a very frenetic way. That's probably not an ideal thing, but I do.
I love frenetic. What does that mean?
I was waiting for you to say that. I knew
She always
you were
throws
going to
these
say
big
that.
words in on me.
Michaela laughs at me for my vocabulary words. Frenetic, like chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're
course.
reacting and not proactive?
In certain parts of my life. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
my coworkers might disagree, but I feel like in my work life, I'm pretty organized in my
Very.
own way. And in my own personal life, I am, but I think I have a hard time saying no. So I begin with a plan, and then it's other things happen, and I redirect me to accommodate the need, and then I get left in the background. That's
Yeah.
my life.
And how do you feel about that? No. Just playing.
Well, you know what? As a general rule, that is how I don't want to change that.
Yeah.
Because the people I'm redirecting for, I care about.
You care about them. You want to do what you can for them.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. It's hard to say no to your friends and family.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yes.
if it makes their life better, you want to put yourself kind of aside and help them first.
Because I won't have any joy
Yeah.
in it if I don't.
But
Yeah.
you know what, though? The people I know that do put themselves, not necessarily first, but are taking care of themselves, I have a lot of admiration for that because it
Yeah.
is hard to do.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? Did we talk last time about the 5 love languages?
No.
Did we talk? Have y'all ever
No,
read that
we've
book?
touched on that before, but no.
Do you know that book? The 5 love languages.
It's a
Never heard
must
of
read.
it.
It's a must read. I read it the first time about my kids,
Ugh.
and I thought that, I thought you have one child, the second child's the same. Wrong. Wrong. So their love languages are very different, but we'll talk about that. But I think my love language is acts of service.
That's my husband.
And that makes sense when I'm hearing myself talk, because if I'm always kind of giving of myself, it's comforting to me when somebody
You
gives
have
something.
to have that refilled.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
makes sense. Okay, Eliza, here are the 5 love languages. Words of affirmation,
Physical touch.
physical touch, which doesn't really mean what you would think it means, acts of service, gifts.
Words of affirmation. Did you already say
I
that?
said that one. Physical touch, Robert said that one. That must be his.
Yeah, I don't want
Time.
Time, that's
Time,
Meg's.
yeah,
Yeah,
time.
time. Okay. Yeah. What's yours?
All 5. Probably acts of service.
Really? Yours is the same?
Yeah.
What's yours? Do you-
Words of affirmation.
Really?
Yeah.
A close second for me.
Yeah, and my husband and I, it's interesting you brought this up because we go back and forth. He's extremely giving, extremely giving. And he always says, show me, don't tell me.
Yes.
But I'm a tell me.
Oh.
Yeah, and so we have to talk about that, you know.
Yeah. My older daughter is a words of affirmation, and that was very easy for me to do for her because I was just the mom of the I love you because, and everything just flowed out. My younger one is time, and that's a challenging one when
You don't have any.
Yeah.
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 My husband's, he is definitely time also. Yeah.
I wonder what yours is going to be.
I would say probably a mix of both and like time, because I've never read the book, but of course I've heard about them before,
Sure.
but I don't think I've
Yeah.
actually sat down and gone through all of them.
Yeah.
But with time, the people that you love, you want them to spend time with you and actually want to be around you, but then acts of service and doing those small things for somebody. I think I'm if I can say a little bit of all of them, I think that's what I would say.
Actually, we may have stumbled onto something that might be a good thing to do in the new year. Is if you haven't ever read that book, read it because it might help you with relationships in your life.
Yeah.
Not just with a boyfriend or a husband either. It's with your children also, or
yeah.
Or your girlfriends.
Or your
Yeah.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
You know,
Grandparents.
grandparents.
One of my daughter-in-laws, it comes from an Italian family, and the woman can cook, and that is her love language. Her love language is
Really?
cooking. She loves to cook.
Well,
And-
when's dinner?
Yeah, and she'd be like, "Come on," you know.
That's
I got a text
great.
from her last night. Y'all are coming to our house for Christmas dinner or lunch. Just tell me which one, and I'm making this and this and this and this and this. You know, it's the way she expresses her love, and I think that's so wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, we got to catch a break. We're back in a minute. We're just chilling on a winter day. So Tish said, you know what, the Christmas season's not totally over. Let's talk about fun things that we did during the holiday. Did y'all play your game?
Yes, we always do. We play that cellophane game. If y'all don't know what it is,
do it.
we started this several years ago. You get just dollar store cellophane, you know, cling wrap, and I usually go over the whole season and buy just little bitty stuff. It could be a toothbrush, it could be toothpaste, it could be a lottery ticket, could be a tiny little book. It could be anything.
Anything
And
small that could fit.
Yeah, that'll
Okay.
fit. And so you start with one big thing, which is usually like maybe a $20 bill or something. And then you just start wrapping the cellophane, and you keep adding layers of all these things you purchased.
And wrap the cellophane around it.
Our ball gets like this big. And then my husband's like, wait, stop. And he goes and gets packing tape and runs a layer of packing tape, and then more cellophane and more stuff, and then packing tape, more cellophane. So the whole object is, we clear out the table, and it gets so wild. I put the covers on my dining room table because this is my mom's table, and I'm really particular about it. So we put the covers on the top of it. We scoot all the chairs back, and you roll a set of die, and the person gets a high roll. They start. And so you start trying to rip apart the cellophane ball, and whatever flies out is yours. And meanwhile, the person next to you is rolling dice, and when they get doubles, you pass the ball.
So you have
and
to
then
wait for
they
doubles.
start pulling.
Okay.
And then the next person's rolling until you go all the way around and the ball's done. At our house, it gets out of control.
How long will it take?
10 minutes maybe.
Oh, at my house it'd be 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It is so much fun.
That's what the
And-
tape's for.
But yeah, because it
Gotcha.
slows it down a little bit.
Okay.
But one year, one of the grandbabies started crying because we
It's
were
so loud and aggressive?
loud and
Yes,
aggressive.
because everyone's yelling.
And I had to bail out and grab her and say, "It's okay, we're just having fun," you know. And then it was okay. You
And
know,
the goal is to get all the prizes, or to get, I mean, as many as you can.
Get as many prizes
and
as
then
you
the
can.
$20 bill.
And then you
Okay.
know what's funny is after it's over, it goes really quiet because everybody's got their lottery tickets and they're
Oh,
scratching.
yeah.
You know?
I love a lottery ticket. That's a fun.
How many people are doing this?
Usually 6 to 8 adults.
How many lottery tickets would you put in there?
Oh, I don't know, 10 or 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to think how packed I need to make this thing.
You're going to do it next time?
It's
We're gonna
so,
do it.
it is so much fun, and my daughter is so good at it.
Oh.
It's like when it's her turn, this bubble comes over her, and she's like pulling like this.
So does everybody
So
get
that's
a
the trick.
turn?
Everybody gets a turn because the doubles are
Because
rolling.
you're- okay,
yeah,
I
and
see.
so eventually everybody
Unless
gets a
you're
turn.
extremely-
But if it takes you forever to get doubles, then that one person is just pulling,
Yeah.
and I mean stuff is flying. It's
So you don't
just-
have to grab it. You just let it fly out, and whatever lands is yours. Okay.
Yeah,
Unless you're
you
extremely
you pull
unlucky.
really fast. It's really
Don't put anything
really
heavy in
fun.
there then.
No,
right?
but
Nothing that could fly out and break
Yeah.
the china cabinet.
Yeah,
or anything.
metal
but
objects.
the ball is heavy. It's bigger than a basketball by the time we
Okay.
finish wrapping it
I
up.
can't even envision that.
It's so much fun.
You've played it?
No, I want to.
Oh,
I'm going to
okay.
do it next
Have you ever
Christmas.
done it?
Yeah, my family, we usually use oven mitts, so that's what makes it hard.
That makes it even harder.
Because you can't get the cellophane, you can't rip it apart, so you have so many seconds. We don't really do the dice, but we put a timer on,
That's
and then you
fair
have
too.
oven mitts, and it's impossible.
Do you
but
have 12 sets of oven mitts, or do you
just
pass
one.
them
You
along?
pass it around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's really
that
fun.
would be hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that version.
Yeah.
I've seen that version. But you know what my kids would do? They'd be like,
I'm not
and
playing
they'd
that
throw
game.
the mitts.
It's hard. It's really hard, and it's frustrating because you want to try to go faster, but you can't touch anything with the oven mitts,
Well,
and
do you
it's
do
funny.
tape as well?
We just use the clear
Because
wrap.
with the oven
yeah.
mitts, then that slows
The
it
duct
down.
tape
So
would be much
it's
harder.
either duct tape
Yeah.
or packing tape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first time Chris did that, I was like, you can't do that. And he goes, yes, we can. And it did make it.
There goes that giving spirit.
Yeah, it did make it more fun because it slowed everybody down and the frustration built,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It's really fun. Do y'all have a great time with it?
Oh, we do. In my family, we love playing card games and board games. It
Yep.
seems like, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we wake up, eat lunch, and then we just play games all day. And that's
We
what's
had
really
family
fun.
in town over Thanksgiving, and my husband got this game called Shut the Box.
Oh, yes.
That was
heard of it.
fun.
I've played that when I was little.
Really? Well, it was so much fun that family that went home to Rhode Island ordered it when they got home because they had so much fun. But you can play with up to 6 people, I think, and there are numbers 1 to 10, right? 1 to 10,
Yep.
and for everybody. So each person playing has their own, like Scrabble, their own version of 1 to 10.
Okay.
And you roll the dice, and you're trying to shut the numbers
Oh, is
to
it in a
add
box?
it. Yeah.
It's on like a.
It's kind of like on a, yeah.
Okay.
So
I
if
have
you roll a 10, you can either do a number 10, 9 and a 1, 8 and a
Okay.
2. But the objective is to either shut everything or to have the smallest numbers left. So it's a little bit of strategy, but a lot of fun. But everybody gets to play. I think that's what we enjoyed about it. Nobody
Yeah.
was left out watching.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And we tried to do, last year, we tried to add in some other games that I had seen, and nobody wanted to do them. It was like the cellophane ball was
Yeah.
the ultimate. And we were like, no, we don't want to do those.
I got this thing one year. Meg had said, Mom, you got to get cool and get on Amazon and look up the hottest trend. I guess you did that. So that was my mark. Michaela always gets the gifts on Amazon that everybody wants. So you got to go on there and see the trending things. So it was some ping pong thing. And it was these orange and white ping pong. Do you know what I'm talking about? These
no.
ping pong balls. And it comes in this cube. And the objective is to bounce these ping pong balls back into this cube that's broken down into 6 little quadrants. It's an impossible game. And my kitchen is tile. So when you throw a ping pong onto a
There's
tile,
no accuracy.
Yeah.
the dog loved it.
Oh, I bet.
But I still have that game, and when they really make me mad, I bring it out and we
Yeah.
play
I'll
that
tell you,
game.
I get tired of a certain game.
Like if you do any one game too long?
No,
or-
Dirty Santa.
I don't even know what that is.
I love Dirty Santa.
It's like
the
White
problem
Elephant.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, the White Elephant, Dirty Santa. There's many names for it, but it's always the same.
Misery, that's your name? Misery?
The problem is this: I put a lot of thought and effort into my gift. I get something that I want to get, and there's always someone. Don't be this person. There's always someone that gets the lotion or the fingernail clippers and brings them and wraps them up, and that's inevitably the package I pick every time.
I was just telling my coworker that this morning, that it's a great game, but you put so much effort into it.
Right,
But
I put effort into it, but
yeah.
not other people.
Yeah.
We did that one year at my house, and it was some years ago. I won't tell you when, but it was a heavy political year. And I have 3 older brothers, and one brother brought a book that he knew would tick off another
Would
brother.
start a fight.
And every time that brother got that book, it was a quick shove.
Oh, man.
Yep. All right, we're back in a minute. Okay, we had so much fun talking about all types of things in the commercial break. I have no idea where we left off, but you want to humiliate me and make me tell about my tree.
Not trying to humiliate you. I thought it was brilliant.
Okay, so I do a live tree, artificial,
Artificial.
Artificial because it's my mom's.
which
so-
is so sweet.
Artificial. It's easier, I
Because it's
think.
easier. You are correct, Eliza.
It is easier than your story.
You win the game. So I don't. We do a live tree. So our tree is about 9.5, 10 feet tall, easy to get in, not so easy to get out. So on New Year's Day, what I will be doing, I quit watering my tree long about the 20th, I guess. And I let it, well, it's not taking in any more water. It's very dead by that point anyway. But I gotta get all the water out of that thing. And then Mark will watch football, and I'll go to the garage and put sheets on my floor. All the ornaments and lights come off, and I use my loppers and the chainsaw, and I hack that thing down.
Do
and
you
haul it
also
out.
have loppers?
My loppers need to be replaced. Yeah, but I just hack those things off and then
And take
cart
it
it
out,
out.
stick
bit
by
by
stick.
bit. The trash will
think
pick
that's
it up.
great.
It's a good thing. Well, you know, when we first moved, so Michaela and I lived on the same street for 20 years, raised our kids together.
She left me.
My house then, Michaela's house has real tall ceilings. My house then had like 8-foot ceilings, 9-foot ceilings. So we got a 7-foot tree. The year we moved, we were supposed to move at Christmas, and we had, in this house we were moving into, a big tall ceiling. So my kids wanted a big tall tree. So we went and got a 7-foot tree for our house that we loved, and a 10-foot tree for the new house we were going to be moving to. And the nursery kept the 10-foot tree. The sale of our house fell apart 2 days before we were supposed to close on it. So this 7-foot tree that's not been watered is now very ugly and very dead. Santa Claus is coming, and this ain't gonna work. So I went to that nursery and got the 10-foot tree, and they hacked it in half down to 7 feet. And that was my Christmas tree that year.
That's a great story.
I loved
That is
it.
a great story.
I remember getting the phone calls from Meg that you guys had gotten your tree. She was always very excited.
Because your tree is magnificent, and she wanted to duplicate it.
Well, the best part of the story was always how Mark picked the wrong size. and you guys were trying to cram it in the front door and get it to stand up, without it being leaning over and you're,
This
it
has
was
got
good
Christmas
stuff.
Vacation written all
Oh, it
over it.
does.
We've never had that happen, and we've never had a cat climb the tree. I've never had a malfunction. A friend of ours, the story is that they got a real tree 6 or 7 years ago, but this still haunts Meg. And they put it up, and apparently, like 2 or 3 days later, they came downstairs and all the needles had fallen off.
Because it'd been cut so long ago.
Traumatized.
I guess I've never had that happen. But you were telling me that you wish that I had kept it intact. Why?
Yeah, because the naturalist in me is like, we need to recycle that tree and make its life last a little bit longer. So we did live trees for a while, and I would take them out and put them in the yard and let the animals use them for shelter.
Yeah.
And if you live near the water, throw them in the water. It's great fish shelter.
Yeah. We did that growing up. I was telling y'all, my poor mom. So typical old street, with trees everywhere. And I would pay my neighbors, at least I did this one year, I paid my neighbors 50 cents in like 1979 if I could have their leaves.
Did you have to bag them yourself?
I guess so. I grew up on a street with boys. So I guess Dave and Alan and Troy and these boys must have helped me. I don't think
You paid someone to
I
rake
paid,
their leaves?
yeah, Honey Harris got a good deal on that
Nice.
one. And I took her leaves and brought them into my yard
Mm-hmm.
so I could have a leaf pile. I had a great swing. Would swing into the leaf
yes.
pile.
Did you not have trees in your yard?
I did. That's what makes no sense.
But you wanted more.
You wanted more.
I guess I wanted
You
more.
wanted a really big
And
leaf
probably
pile.
because once you jump,
It flattens.
You
it
need
goes
more.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we
What did you
swung.
used to do on our street with the Christmas trees that were left around?
We would take them out to the swing set that the kids called the playground, the swing set in the backyard. And then on my street growing up, we would go and collect the neighbors' trees. Everybody had live trees then. And I had a big fort in the backyard, and we would line those trees all around. And it was Christmas in my backyard until late January.
That
That's
just
so
sounds
fun.
so
Great.
magical
That's so
to me.
It was
As a
really
small
fun.
child, how awesome that would be.
Our kids, though, we lived in East Brainerd, and there were woods behind, well, your house too. But my house was a different kind of woods than Michaela's. And there used to be bamboo. Remember that bamboo?
It's all in my yard.
Is
I
it
think
in
you guys
yours?
threw some sticks in my backyard as you left the neighborhood
And the kids,
because it's everywhere.
every child on the street also had a dog. So where the kids went, the dogs went.
Yes.
And they would go into the bamboo forest.
Yep.
And,
Now that's magical.
We have a
You know?
bamboo forest at Reflection Riding, and it is absolutely magical.
Yeah.
And when the wind blows, the noise that it makes, and bamboo forests are the ultimate, but they will absolutely consume
Extremely
your
invasive.
yard.
Well, I don't know how much bamboo we really had, but Ben, her oldest son, was the one who labeled it the bamboo forest because if you're 8,
That's what we call it.
that's what it looks like.
Yep.
Yep. But then the ambulance goes by and
Yeah.
you're not really in bamboo forest.
Or the police cars.
Yeah. You know what? That would be a good New Year's resolution. Back to that topic. If you're watching and you've got your little kids, let your New Year's resolution be to let them play.
Let them go
Yes.
outside. Take the screens away and let them go outside and be children. Yeah, and don't hover over them while they're outside. Don't be that helicopter parent. Let them just play.
Depending on what your yard is like, I think is important to put in there. If
street.
your yard is streets, maybe
Yeah.
hover a little bit, but
Remember when
No,
Emily
we
broke
did.
her elbow? Remember when Emily broke her elbow?
or Meg broke both of her
Meg breaking
arms.
her, well, that was a little bit more logical.
Or-
Emily, my poor older daughter, broke her elbow. Do you know how she broke it?
All I can imagine is a trampoline.
It was not. It was, I'm going to go long on this segment. It was a Barbie Jeep that Ben was driving
Oh, I had a Barbie
with
Jeep.
a bungee cord attached to the back of it. And Michaela's mom's walker that was on wheels. And the kids were taking turns riding on the walker.
Oh, how
And it was
funny.
Emily's turn. And in my I had a long driveway. And in
forgot
my
all about
driveway,
this.
there was this hole that was supposed to have a grate on it, but the grate had broken and Mark didn't replace it. Gary stepped in it full of water one time. And they hit the bump. And Emily gets tossed out of the walker attached to the bungee cord attached to the Barbie Jeep and broke her elbow.
That's a great story.
It was a really good story, actually.
All your kids can tie their broken bones to my kids.
I think that they begin to get suspicious of me at Erlanger.
Say, check the Bumgarners.
You know, my sister had the same problem. One of her boys I mean, repeated broken bones. He was just clumsy. And every time a bone would break, they're like, oh my gosh, do we need to go to a different hospital? You know, should we go somewhere else?
They actually had me leave the room one time.
To ask questions.
Oh,
Yeah, because I think I was there like twice in a month or something.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, kudos to them, but
just to make sure.
it was just really life on our street. We're back in a minute. Did you have a Barbie Jeep?
I did growing up. Me and my twin sister, we had 2.
You have a twin?
Yes, I do. Yeah, and we had the hot pink
Identical?
ones, fraternal.
Okay, so I'd be able to
Yes.
tell you apart.
Yeah, because she has longer hair, she's blonde, I'm redhead.
Oh.
But when we both have red hair, we look really similar. But we did have Barbie Jeeps growing up, and they weren't very fast, but they were really fun.
The year that the kids got theirs, because Michaela's son Jonah got like an Army Jeep, and Meg got a Barbie Jeep, and it was the year it snowed on Christmas.
Oh,
And
can we
on our
have another?
street, it used to be on Christmas Day, I mean, that was the rite of passage, and every child got something, whatever the trend was, they all got it. So usually every year somebody got something that they could ride.
Hoverboard.
Yeah, hoverboard, scooters, all the things. But this year it snowed, and you couldn't get the Barbie Jeep out or the Jeep out in the snow. You couldn't risk it, so Meg rode the Barbie Jeep all around the house,
Oh, yeah.
all around the kitchen and stuff. But my favorite Christmas story of all time is the year that Jonah got, what is that dadgum thing, Michaela, that he
The crazy cart?
So, okay, just try to relate. I know this is an inside story, but I'm going to take
Okay.
you there, okay? We're going to take you there. You know what it's like to have had a successful Christmas. And you know, as well as I do, that the mom buys, the dad pays, and the dad wakes up on Christmas Day
He's
and
just
goes,
as surprised as the kids.
yes, and goes, how much did you spend? But they don't know. So Michaela has these 3 boys. Life at her house was always Disney World. And Ben got something. Jonah got this thing. He's the middle child, a thing called a crazy cart. And Michaela has 2 driveways. The second driveway goes down to the pool. The gate was open. The rule was just don't drive the crazy cart around the pool. Is that right?
I don't know that it was a rule. I thought it was just
The
kind of an
request.
unspoken thing not to put.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And it is either Christmas Day itself or the day after. I mean,
It's Christmas Day.
the credit card statement hasn't even gone through yet. Yeah.
It's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. And it's Jonah, the middle child. And down he goes around that pool. And the way the crazy cart worked was it picks up speed and you pull on it.
They call it a crazy cart for a reason because there is no rhyme or reason to how this thing works. You just drive it, you press the gas, and then, like you said, you pull up the
You just pull the brake.
the emergency brake, and it spins out of control. the pool deck around the pool is maybe 12 feet in certain spots, maybe a little less in others. It didn't matter because he didn't stay on it.
Into the deep end.
Oh my
The
God.
The crazy
deep
cart
end.
weighs about 75 to 80 pounds.
Pulls him down. I mean, this is not funny, but it is in retrospect. Hindsight, and it pulls him down. And I think Jonah even got kind of caught on it, didn't he?
I blacked out with
Ben-
rage, I don't know.
Ben, he's the oldest of the 3. He's Mr. Perfect.
Rescue.
Yeah. He dives down while Michaela's husband, I can hear him all the way down at my house. I don't know. I just thought it was. And there goes Jonah's Christmas. Like that was,
Oh, was it ruined?
it was destroyed.
We didn't know the rice trick back then. I'm not sure that it would have worked
Yeah.
with this crazy
One
cart.
fantastic drive.
That was it.
It
But
was
it was
over.
for 30 seconds. It was great.
Great.
It was
story.
a blast for 30 seconds. And by the way, it wasn't cheap.
I know.
The crazy cart was not a cheap toy.
It was not a cheap toy.
It was still fun.
Well,
to
and
last.
then I think that the crazy cart happened, and then a year or 2 later was when the hoverboards were the thing.
Oh.
And when Meg got her hoverboard, she would not bring it up to your house.
No, Meg would come down, see what all the boys got, and then she would say, the boys say, we want to see what you got. Okay, but you can't play with it.
Yeah,
Because my kids would break
Yeah.
anything she had.
Golden Pool again.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Oh, that is so funny.
boys are just so different than girls.
Very rough and tumble. Mine are at least.
The difference is, I think boys want to push it to the limit and then some to see what kind of abuse it can take. Most girls take care of their things.
Yeah. Did you have just times when you were raising your boys where you were just white-knuckled, worried that they were going to make
Oh
it?
my gosh, constantly.
Still.
Constantly. When our oldest son would go off to camp, he spent almost all summer at different camps, and the joke was, how many stitches is he going to get this time? When's the phone call coming to tell us we're taking Will to the hospital to get stitches? It was just constant. Somebody had a black eye, broken tooth, stitches, broken bone.
tooth.
It just was the way it was, you know.
Joe Matt's
My
like-
youngest son, he walked through a fire pit, and the fire had been put out the night before, burned the bottom of his feet. 3rd-degree burns on the bottom of his feet.
You have to have those to breed.
It was awful. He was
That's
then
just
called Fire Walter from then on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and talk about trying to hold it together and not completely lose it when your child has burned feet.
Oh
What
my
a terrible
gosh.
thing, too, on your feet.
It was awful.
I gave Emily 2nd-degree burns one time. You know how I did it? I didn't intentionally do
Flat
it.
iron.
No.
Well done.
Microwaving macaroni and cheese. But I had too much water in the bowl. And she was like 7 and
Oh,
she
she got
wanted,
it out.
She took it out and it dipped. Oh, and it
my
fell,
gosh.
Sorry, I hit the mic. It fell right on her and bless her heart.
I hit my own mic.
Yeah. And of course, what's your instinct as a parent? But to rip that thing right off, and I think that's not the right idea. It wasn't horrible, but back to Erlanger we went.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I'm
It's
telling
just
ya.
life. You know, and for me, if you haven't been to the hospital with some kind of crazy thing like that with your kids, you ain't been living.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, things like that happen because you're out there having fun and you're playing hard and having a great time at it.
Yeah, don't hate us because we're saying this though, because we're not advocating that you be reckless or anything, but you do want to.
You just, my kids live and play hard. They have a great time.
Yeah. Okay. We're back in a minute. So as we sit here, none of us doing New Year's resolutions except kind of me. Tish kind of inadvertently threw one our way. So I'm beginning to take back I think you are a New Year's resolution person and you just don't know it.
Maybe not.
But she said, let's talk about food for a minute. So I think you can tie this into how you stretch a dollar, right? And save your money in the new year. Y'all are big leftover eaters.
We are. We'll have it for probably 3 to 4 days. And we have it the next day for lunch, dinner, snacks. So we eat all of it until it's gone.
I am. I love leftovers.
But some people hate it. Some people, the next day, they're tired of it and they don't want any more holiday food.
I like it
But-
for 2 reasons. It's immediately ready
Yes.
and it's not wasteful.
And you don't have to think about it. Oh yeah, we got plenty of food in the fridge. All these leftovers.
What a great
We
feeling.
eat ours 3 to 4 weeks after. I'm just kidding. I said that for my grandmother. I said that for my grandmother who throws things away the next morning.
Gigi throws them away the next morning.
She is
Is she concerned about the
getting
Help.
sick, and understandably so. She's right. I just like to pick on her because she really will get rid of stuff before the expiration date. But she always calls me, "Would you like my eggs?"
It's just
they're
okay for you to get sick.
And they're expired, yeah, but she knows we're not going to waste them in our
No.
house.
Yeah. I love leftovers. And
3 to 4 weeks was a joke.
okay, now that it's January almost, do your cooking habits change? Do you begin to cook things that you won't cook other times of the year?
They will this year. My New Year's resolution is I'm going to quit cooking. Is that wrong?
I'll take out.
Okay, I'm not going to quit cooking. They will change. I'm going to make my family eat healthy this year.
Yeah. I eat soups a lot. I make a lot of soup this time of year.
We have certain foods that
White
we only
chicken
cook in the
chili.
winter, you know, like chili.
Yeah.
And on my family, I make my grandmother's chili recipe, and I don't eat red meat, so I make my own little pot, and then the big pot has lots of meat in it. And then my husband comes along and puts all his stuff in it.
Toppings, yeah.
Yeah, and then something most people don't know about is we eat chili with rice.
Really?
We make rice in a big pot of it, and then we pour chili all over the rice.
Interesting.
And the women that my brothers have married have been all like, "Y'all eat rice with your chili?"
I bet that's good.
It's so good, and it stretches
It's a different
it.
texture.
It's a different texture, and
more
then
filling.
the chili lasts longer. You know, because you can stretch it. So a
Get
big
the
old pot
carbs
of chili
with the
will last a
protein.
couple of days because you add rice to it.
So I'm curious about something. Twice in this hour, you have your mom's tree and your grandmother's chili recipe. What makes your grandmother's chili recipe special?
It's really simple, and it's what I grew up eating, you know, and I don't like spicy stuff or hot stuff.
Neither.
My other family members do, and so that's why I kind of make my own little pot, and then they doctor theirs up. And food is not my love language, but I have things that my family traditionally wants for Christmas, and it's generally something from my mom's recipe or my grandmother's recipe. Like my boys fight over key lime pie, and it lands on me to make it, and it's hard to get it to set. And if it's raining outside, it will not set.
Why?
I don't know, the moisture, it won't set. And one year, there was only one key lime pie, and one of my nephews and another boy stole the pie and ate it themselves, just put the forks in it and ate the whole thing themselves.
I hope they got
Are
sick.
you still carrying anger about this?
No, because they enjoyed it. They really enjoyed it. But you know what's interesting is now
It's a great idea. By the
not
way.
many people eat the sweets. And so my sister-in-law was like, why are we making so many desserts? Because they don't get eaten.
Yeah.
People cut back on that now. But I try to get like a little sliver of everything so I can taste it.
You know, I read something during the season, and it was talking about the reason that it's such a nostalgic thing and why it means so much is because, like you said, it's what you grew up on. So when we have this habit, once we get older, of thinking you ought to replace, the advice was don't ever replace. You can add to, but don't ever replace.
I love that.
What
Yeah.
has been your family
Add
tradition.
to it.
Add to
Create a
it.
new tradition.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
It wouldn't be the same.
No, because I mean that's kind of foundational. You know, you build those traditions, and then you hope your children continue them.
Yeah.
Is there a tradition in your family that you want to carry on if you ever decide you want to have children, or?
Yeah, I think the food and the games. We have had the same, like my grandma's, all her recipes, we've had the same hash brown casserole, you know, cheese tortellini, green beans, you know, green Watergate salad. We have so many things that I've had since I've been growing up that we always have to have.
Do they have room for one more?
Yes, we do
Okay.
add some. So this year, my aunt added a lot, and I was like, you know, we're changing things up, but we never really replace things. So we have the same things. And the games, I think.
That's
That we
awesome.
all know that everyone's going to be home for the holidays. We're all going to sit at the dining
you
room
look
table.
forward to it.
Yes,
So
and play
fun.
games. Because most of the time, if you're not there for holidays, everyone's busy, but we know we're going to play games. So I'd say the food and the games, I always cherish.
You know, one year, many years ago, I decided I was going to make a family cookbook. And so I called everybody in the family and said, just send me a couple of your recipes. And I made a
great
cookbook
idea.
and I gave that to everybody. And then we try to add to it. We've been pretty slack the last many years, but we try to add new recipes to it every year. And that's really cool because a lot of people that donated those recipes are not with us any longer. And so now we have those recipes. And when someone married into the family, they were always like, do I get the cookbook?
Sweet.
Are you on a probationary period until you're married for so long before you get the cookbook?
No, you get the cookbook right away.
That is a great idea. Okay,
That's sweet.
this hour went, are we really down to 1 minute in the whole show? Okay, I have less than a minute left to tell y'all Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for doing this with me.
It's
Thanks for
been
having
so
me.
fun.
Happy
I'm
New
sorry
Year.
that
fun.
we couldn't be in our pajamas, but we were comfy anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's what we should do next time. Come in our jammies.
Come in our pajamas, same time
in
next
your
year.
robe.
And
In your robe. And you'd have to have the robe.
You know what? Next time we do this, I just may have to bring that robe just to show you up.
I think you should.
Yep, it's got a
think that'd
hole
be
in it and
funny.
everything.
Do it.
This hour, it meant a lot to us. We just talked, like I'm sure you're doing too. There was no plan to it. My brain cells are still gone, but I hope you had a good time
in
listening
recovery
to
mode.
us. Yeah, I think I still have wrapping paper on my on my living room floor when I get home.
The fact that you were wrapping December 6th, mind-blowing to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Hadn't even
December
thought about
24th.
starting.
December 24th.
No. We'll see you tomorrow.